it? How do you cope with all the demand on you to sing for various people?
Well, it's very simple. What I do is that since we started the birthday shoutouts since the pandemic, I started May 2nd.
Okay.
May 2nd, because before the lockdown, before the pandemic, I had series of shows. I have events in Abuja, Lagos, everywhere. I was supposed to travel to London, and we could not do anything. So I thought to myself, I cannot just sit down at home and be looking, without doing anything. And what about the people who have, pay for a venue, pay for event center, musician, caterer, decorators, and all? That day will not just go without being celebrated, Okay, so I thought of, let me come up with a live band. We'll be in the studio. We'll call their names. We will celebrate them. We will sing them their favorite songs. If you are from Ekiti, we'll make sure we touch your Ekiti. If you are from Ilori, we'll make sure you touch Ilori. And somehow, the feedback, the response has been massive all over the world.
Okay. So tell us about the concept of ALUJO. Why did you choose ALUJO as opposed to something else?
Okay, I think it is just my person. I'm an hyper person. Naturally, I'm an hyper person. I don't like boring environments. I like where it's bubbling, where things are happening and all that. So, and when I started singing professionally, I thought to myself, okay, everybody do this. LAOLU, why don't you just stay in your area of strength, which is ALUJO, and that is where the concept of ALUJO specialist came on.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This shout out thing you do, how does it work? How does it work out? Is it the case that people look out for you, or you also reach out to your fans?
Okay, I think, like I said earlier, shout out started May 2nd. And somebody reached out to me that I should kind of do a birthday shout out for our husband. Before that time, a lot of people have been asking me for a birthday shout out, and I said, I don't do it. I don't do shout outs. It just looks somehow. I don't do it. So when the lockdown, the pandemic started, and somehow I need to pay bills. I need to take care of my band boys and all that. So, okay, and I said, okay, you know what? Why don't you just let me just give it a try? And I remember the first one I did, May 2nd, I shot the video with my phone in the studio, and immediately I released it on Instagram. Everybody started sending me DM. LAOLU, oh my God, this is great. Can you do it for me? Can you do it for me? Can you do it for me? And I said, okay, no problem. Okay, and I told them the price. And I told her the price. They said, okay, no problem. I'm good with it. I'll do it. And I have never for once said, okay, contact me for your birthday shout out. No. I just released the video. People will look for me, send me a DM, send me a message on Facebook, on Instagram. Look for my number anyhow they can.
Okay. Before we continue, can you also say hello to you? Because a lot of your fans are here watching us, and I want you to greet them in a very special way.
Okay, thank you so much for always being there for me. Thank you for supporting me. Baba faye mi dabira o, Baba faye dabira o, o faye mi dabira, o faye mi dabira, shama wumi, erora wumi.
Okay. Let's go back to your career now. Like, it's how many years now that you've been doing this?
Well, professionally, I started singing in 2008.
Okay.
2008. Within that 2008, I stopped singing because I was discouraged. I stopped singing for like 5 or 7 years. So I came back to the industry 2014. 2014.
Okay. But when you came back in 2014, what made you come back? What gave you the confidence that this is the time to...
I will say God, God, nothing more
Okay.
but God, because living in the industry for good 5 years, I think it was 5 years. Okay, no, okay, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's about 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. Yeah. So, um, like I said in my previous interview,
Yeah.
I went for a friend album launch somewhere around Isolo, and I was called to come and give a speech. So I said something about the album and the artist, and I sang a song. Immediately I stepped out, somebody walked up to me and said, God said I should tell you that you are in a wrong purpose, that you should come back, that you should please try and trust him again, that he will make you great, that you left your purpose long time ago. And when he was telling me, I felt it somehow that this guy is real. I felt that he was real. I could feel it in my spirit that he was saying the mind of God towards
Mm.
me. And a friend of mine also confirmed it and said, I feel you should give music another try. So the biggest question came, and like, okay, where do I start from? After leaving the industry for good 6 years, where do I start? Where do I start from? So I just prayed a simple prayer. I said, Father, just back me up. Give me a song. And that was where I wrote Dabira, So Beautiful, Anu, and some other songs. And I remember I had to gather my band again together, called my same guys playing with me together till now. Gather my band boys again. We had a meeting at is it Chicken Republic, Awolowo Road? Chicken Republic, Awolowo Road, Ikoyi. And I told them, I said, guys, if we work together and trust God, God will make us great. We will not look at money first. We will have to do a lot of free shows. I could remember that day vividly. You understand? Because I bought them drinks and rice and everything. I say, if we trust God, God will help us again. So, and they said, okay, no problem. We prayed together and we started our rehearsal. I started writing songs and all that. And I did a concert in KICC, Maryland, and it was the bomb. God showed up.
But what made you leave at that time? What got you angry that made you leave?
Church. I was tired of church. Policy, discouragement from church, doctrine, and all that. I was just tired. I was tired because when I did my first album, 2008, I had a very high expectation that, oh my God, by the time I release my album, people will be calling me for shows, church programs and meeting and all that. And I realized nothing was forthcoming. And when you go for ministration, no honorarium, nothing. And it was looking as if you had to beg people to buy your CDs, buy your products, buy your album. And it was like they were pricing me, okay, said the CD 15 naira. Some people won't get angry that you want to sell your CD. So I was discouraged. I said, you know what, is this what I want to feed my wife and my children on? I was just discouraged. So I stopped singing. People were calling me for meetings. I would say, please, you can go and call this person. I don't want to do anything that has to do with church. So I went into business. I started sound business. I still have sound, by God's grace. I still have sound. I still have trucks and all that. So I started sound business and I was doing well. I was not doing bad. But when people were calling me for church ministration, I said, no, I'm not available. I'm not available. So discouragement from church. But when I came back 2014, I made up my mind that I was not going to sell my CD anymore. So what I do when I go for meetings, I said, I give out the CD to people, 100, 200, 500, and the pastor will call me out. For this CD, Lórúkọ Jésù, ọ̀run gbé sókè. Oh, and I started praying, and I would just smile. Somehow, God will usually reach somebody to say, you know what, I was blessed by your music. Okay, you know what, I'm sending you 50K, I'm sending you 100K. And you just find out that that 50K has covered all the CD you gave us free of charge.
But the shout out you are doing now, it must be taking a lot from you in terms of time. And I reckon that maybe you practically sleep in the studio to be able to cope with. How do you cope?
It's funny that I am more busy now than when life was normal. I don't have time for myself now. What I do, studio, home, have some sleep, back to studio, have some sleep. So my lifestyle is actually boring now. Because I have a lot of shout-outs recording. Somehow I just cope because it's better than doing nothing at home. I pay my bills, my guys. My musicians are the most busy musicians in Nigeria at the moment, or Lagos.
How many of them? How many do you have?
About 6 musicians, that's instrumentalists, 3 vocalists, and 1 sound engineer. That's about 9 people, plus driver and everything. And these guys, I don't want to tell you how much they earn per week. Even in difficult times, in trying times.
So how do they cope? They practically stay there day to day.
They are professionals. This is what we signed for. So anytime we're ready, we're back to the studio. We work it's a lot of brain work. We have to work, we have to think. When inspiration comes, sometimes we create music, sometimes we create ALUJO, sometimes we create, Ajasa and all those things. It has been very interesting.
Yes, I was also going to ask you about your inspiration. How do you get inspired? If 3 people give you to do and all that, how do you create what to sing for A and B and C and?
Okay, this is how it works for me. This is what I do. When I started the birthday shout out, I sat down as, okay, so what do I go about it? So I said, give me your full names, your finest pictures, your favorite songs. By the time I have the idea of the song you like, I can easily connect to the kind of music you like. If you tell me, oh, I like Sunny Ade, okay, I will build on that. If you tell me I like Tope Labi, oh, that's a picture, I will build on that. If you tell me, just give me pure ALUJO, that is where you see the best of me. And it's funny, a lot of people get jealous. I remember somebody said, somebody did a birthday shout out for our husband. I say, my husband likes Sunny Ade. And we were Jelenke, we were doing Sunny. And another friend of ours said, please, I want to do a birthday shout out for myself, I think for our husband also. And he said, please, just give me pure ALUJO. And all the almighty ALUJO of LAOLU came out. And the other lady came out to me. I noticed you were lively in this one and you didn't do my own very well. I said, no, you told me you want Sunny Ade. If you had told me ALUJO, understand, it is really ALUJO. When you tell me ALUJO, the best of me, then we create something for you that will make you cannot just sit down when you hear the sound of the music.
The last time we spoke, you told me the story of a lady you're close to and that really influenced your life. Are you still very close to the person?
No, she's married now. She's married now. She's in Dubai.
Oh, okay.
She's in Dubai.
Last month you won an award from City People, and I was wondering, how did you take that award? How did it make you feel?
Can I be sincere with you?
Yeah.
That was my first award ever. And really, I'm really grateful to God. And I want to say thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I was kind of emotional when you told me that I got the award and all that. Yes, a lot of people recommend me for award and all that, but I don't really go. But you know, City People is not it's not an ordinary organization.
Yeah.
City People have always been there. Every artist wants to be on City People platform.
Hmm.
So I want to say thank you for that.
Thank you very much.